It's not perfectly ideal for a trip out.
I get.
Really? Drilling didn't load? Duh. Oh yeah, there we are.
On the other side of the garage.
Hello. Ah, man, why is it not working? I actually need to restart Trillion. Is that the thing? And so does that crashed. That sounds like zombies.
Me?
Yeah, breaking some shit. Almost like they're tunneling.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I suppose the storage room wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah, did you have a look at the... Whoa.
Hmm?
Where I'm thinking about putting it up?
Yeah,
Isn't that a decent place?
sure. Are you running towards me?
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird. I could actually see the light long before I saw you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, made a fur fuse 762. But we need at least one more fusion charger, I believe.
Okay.
Yep. Um. Because right now our production of biomass is actually higher than our collected thingamajig for everything else, so. I mean, we have enough biomass to actually run like 4 or 5 different fusion cell chargers at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And there's only so many that we have. Well, 2 empty, and that one's charging, so... Ooh. Advanced miners are running again.
Hmm?
Advanced miners are running again. Tree. Fence forge. But do we actually need more iron ingots, or...?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of debating that myself. Let's see, copper... ingot molds, and... what else? Zinc. It seems like... oh no, no, I found it. Got it! Excellento. You still want to complete these gravel forges with cement?
No, I just had a bunch of stone and you were out, and I figured might as well burn some cement.
Okay. Well, I'll just leave the ones that you got running. Or had running. They didn't actually complete, so...
No, it was a bunch. A whole
Yep.
lot in there, so I actually I didn't really put anything in. I just started them again.
You're right.
So and they're still not done. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll split the iron. Some for steel and some for iron ingots. Well, actually, I'm actually not that in a rush to get iron ingots, but steel we do need. 119. Seven 6-2 and 762. Alright, so zinc and copper. I have nearly over a stack of each. Alright, to get rid of all the copper, it's gonna take 400 minutes.
Right.
Fair enough. Alright, so the miners are running again. This is kind of like a walkabout. It's kind of like just walking about and checking what's done and what's not.
Yeah.
So, fuel source and biomass. Yes, indeed. And that's done. So, some coal there. Algae, sorted, and fuel cell. Biomass. So yeah, I should probably look into the resources. Oh, that's a tad too much. 405. That'll work. Wait, what? Oh, that's the one. But are you gonna make like separate rooms?
Sorta. I mean, right now I'm just making up one big room,
Yeah.
but with like sections.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, like gun section and whatnot.
Yeah, and then storage for.
Because I think that's what we've been doing in the past, which is basically make one giant room for all that crap, is kind of a mistake.
Yeah, that's won't be like separate rooms, but separate sections with storage boxes. One with you know, the green one with the hammer.
Yeah.
Which one is that again?
Building.
Yeah, the building, and then a weapon and explosives. Like there would be sort of like a wall with those boxes inside of the wall.
Right.
Or something like that. Not entirely sure yet how I want to do it. You know.
I'll leave it up to you.
At some point. Yeah. Well, maybe actually I'll do some rooms as well. I could start with this.
I need another... what's it called? I need another, tungsten plates, and then we have what we need to start the production of another one. Another charger, because right now we actually have more algae than we can actually process.
Gotcha. You were planning on heading out?
Yeah, sorta.
You make some more tools before you head out?
Yeah, sure.
Pickaxes, basically.
I could do that. Just gonna grab some things here. Just loot the machines one more time and reset them. Alright, so the forges, they are running and dropping tungsten and some iron there. That one's running. Basically, where are you at? Oh, you know how this other machine works? Or the machines, the metal press one works?
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Is that the one with the sledgehammer?
No, it's battery. First you grab a battery from this box, just grab the lowest quality one, and then you put it on your toolbar, use the battery, and right-click, and it'll be charged, and then you need to use a shovel to put forward...
Okay, grab a low quality...
Battery? Yep. It's not gonna be done yet, but...
No. Could I put it in now?
No, it's not interactable yet.
And then charge it.
Yep.
Give it with a shovel.
Yeah, then you use the shovel to shovel forged tungsten onto the thing, and forged tungsten you find in this storage crate right here.
Okay.
So they look like the forged iron.
Oh yeah, okay. Forged tungsten, yes.
Yeah, and you basically shovel it onto here. So battery first, and then shovel and forged tungsten onto this one.
So I'll just put the battery back for now.
Yep.
How long does it
It varies. Not that long, but it takes a while. Now one of the miners is done, and it's actually like some kind of a delay. Ugh, seriously? There we are, fusion cell, and I should...
you want me to do that while you're out?
Yeah, if you could.
Yeah, sure.
Keep the advanced miners running, keep
Okay, what's the advanced miners?
these are the advanced miners, these two. Only had parts for two.
Yeah,
So if...
Same thing as the others?
Yeah, like right now looted it, and it's gonna be a while before you actually can loot the empty fuel cell, but once you can, you will get an empty fuel cell. And
okay. Well, do you get a fuel cell out of this one? For the battery?
no, that's just an empty battery. So this orange one is a fusion cell. These two are car lead batteries. This runs on fusion cells.
Okay, well, this... I'm supposed to put in a charged battery in this one, and what does it do?
It makes tungsten plate, and it gives you a dead battery back.
Okay, a tungsten plate. Yeah, got it, got it.
So we can make another one of these yellow miners, basically.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, oh god, oh god.
What? Oh, right. Got a follow from No More Live. Cheers, buddy. So yeah, those will be running, and smelters. I'm actually not sure if they're running. No, they're not. Sand and iron. Well, yeah, if I stick around, I'm never gonna get out of here.
I'll just go out. If anything, I'll ask.
Yep. But I'll get to... Mainly pickaxes you need it, right?
Ah, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll...
Storage just down here somewhere.
Probably
To run
could.
all the way back up every time I need a new one.
Sure.
And as soon as I got some more space and stuff and things going on in here, I'll see if I can store them here.
Sure. Whatever. I'll just use all the tungsten I got.
Oh, you only get one plate?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Forge, tungsten thingy.
Yep.
And a lead battery and a shovel.
Yeah, I got one right here if you need one.
No, I got a shovel. This is
Okay.
all good.
Can you see these smelters?
These ones, yeah.
They're now like a bright color.
Yeah.
They'll be slightly bright when they're not running.
Okay.
So you'll basically be able to interact with them. You need sand and you need tungsten ore. Like, see, this one is done. And if you then have sand, I think, I can't remember which one. Oh, it's iron smelter. So sand and iron. Just grab the iron. And just hold right mouse on that.
The shovel?
Yeah. So we'll shovel lumps of coal on it. Just
I don't have lumps of coal.
okay. Here you go. So and more, and that's done.
I'm all out of something.
And you need tungsten ore. Here you go. It's also in the box above. So these will run, and all the tungsten and iron ingots go into this one, right here.
That's gonna fill up my inventory, so
Yeah, and the tungsten thing is actually pretty quick. I mean, it's
oh, it's done already?
yeah, it's done already. It is really quick. So basically, you use one ore, and I think it's 4 sand. And what you get is you get eight tungsten ingots from one ore. One ore normally yields 2, so you get 6 more from one ore. And the iron ingots one is 32, and it gives an insane amount compared to.
Wow.
It gives 30 more ingots than the other one.
Yeah. Well, my inventory is pretty much full, so
Yeah, I know.
where do you want the iron ingot?
Iron ingots goes in the storage crate right here.
Okay, what about the dead battery?
That battery also goes in that one, and then we'll just collect it and move it topside eventually. And tungsten ore, well, no, never mind. Don't listen to me.
Missing something again?
Probably sand or iron.
Sand. How many? How much iron did you need?
1, I think.
Well, I got 30 and I got 9.
You got lumps?
Oh no, I'm out of lumps.
Okay, well, just check the crates around here. The miners always have some. And, like this one. That one always has some. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here soon. And I'm gonna keep throwing iron and tungsten.
Maybe it is sand I'm missing, because I still can't start it.
There's sand on top of it. Oh, this one is done. This one is done, so you need to loot it.
Yeah, but the other one.
Yeah, it's requiring ore, tungsten ore. So it's below that, or it's in the crate right here above them. There's like 400.
There we go.
Yes. Something to get used to for sure.
Yeah, I'll probably have to ask a few times before I.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
But yeah.
Most of these containers do have lumps of coal as well. I'm gonna
I'm
bring.
just gonna make a storage box.
There's one here in the right one, but
I'll just place one out here for now so I could drop my stuff.
sure, sure.
I'm just gonna place it. Come on, don't be oh, come on.
Yeah, you can't place it like neatly against the wall for some reason. It only works on
No,
south
I
and north.
managed to click so it like pointed sideways.
Alright.
So yeah. I need to. Oh, no, I'm gonna keep it.
Well, I guess it's time to go look for trouble in the wasteland somewhere.
Good luck.
Thank you.
So.
So I haven't died yet for a long time now, and I'm at 119 wellness. Keep drinking beer though, so that's minus 0.1 per beer I take.
Oh, I'm missing something. Oh, I said snore maybe. Yep. And there's this machine. It's not done yet. So the one that needed the battery is definitely taking some time.
Yeah.
Did you make pickaxes, by the way?
No, I went upstairs to get some more tool handlebars, and I've got 30 now, so I'm gonna come down again, because I still need to grab stuff there.
Yeah.
And still some food and salt up top, but I'm gonna collect the algae up top, and...
Yeah, could you check the farms?
yeah, I think they're done. You want me to loot them?
Is it the coffee beans?
Which side did you plan them on?
You'll see when you get up.
Well, I mean, no, they're not done, but I think I do have some stuff that could be used for that. You want me to collect the corn?
No, that's all good.
But it's done.
Yeah?
But you don't want to start growing anything else there?
Well, I guess I could.
Tell you what, I'll check if we don't actually have any bone meal. Might actually speed up this process. No, can't actually. Well, the coffee beans are nearly done. I think a day at the most.
Yeah.
Their boots. Yeah, so I'll be collecting the corn, basically.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I gotta say, even though it's not a normal farm of any standard or sort, it still gives us a fair bit.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. I don't think we actually need a bigger farm, because that will make things a lot easier, you know? We actually have to switch around on the things we plant down right now, and I think that's kind of cool.
I suppose. I still want to build something large.
Yeah,
What kind of monstrosity?
I do have the same feeling that I kind of want to, because reasons.
Habits. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, usually looks a bit better than.
Yeah, it does.
But then again, what kind of floor should we have in the storage room?
Hard choices. I'll leave that up to you.
Um,
Oh, nice. I still hear the sounds of the forges from here. And they're 200 meters away.
Yep, that's kind of impressive.
I got super hearing.
Yeah.
Apparently I do. So I'm gonna leave the bone mill there. I don't know. What else should we plant down in the meantime?
How much corn did you get?
334. We already have 500 corn seeds. We got wheat, we got apples, we got chrysanthemum, cotton, yucca cactus, wheat, carrots, goldenrod,
I guess carrots.
apple.
We haven't planted carrots in a while. Carrots and some apples.
Carrots and apples? Okay.
Do.
That'll do, I suppose. So, let's see here. Yeah, the fermenters are still running, I assume?
Not right now.
Okay.
We had a bunch of beer, so...
Okay.
Are we running low?
Nah, I'm just curious.
Hmm?
I'm just curious.
Okay. Yeah, well, I could always make some more. Not a problem.
Let's see, apple seeds, jeez. It's a good source of wood logs as well, I suppose. Alright, so I think that tomorrow tomorrow the coffee will probably be done.
Hmm?
That condenser is still pissing me off.
No.
Still, well, I haven't tried anything as of late, so I don't know how it's supposed to work.
Yeah, I got no idea.
Don't really care too much. But I think we're doing good on ammo for the time being. I remember a time where my stomach would kind of tie into knots when I was jumping down that thing.
Yeah, no.
Nowadays it's just kind of like, well, could you get down there quicker?
Mm-hmm. Drop faster.
Yes, the gravity pull is not as strong as it used to be.
Oh, it was freaky at start, but now not so much.
Well, I've been using it for a while. I mean, you didn't actually see it, but, well, maybe you did. I don't know. Can't remember if I showed you, but basically the alright, so I forgot to dump the clay somewhere, but whatever. Guess that'll be fine. Can't be asked to restart that. We do have too much algae anyways, so. There we are.
One of them making 8 yeah, other one 32?
They do have the same settings. It's just that one yields more.
Why?
Why? I don't know why.
Why don't
They're
they do
different machines, and one is producing something more advanced than the other. Lumps of coal, even for their short burn time. Well, it's still 40
What, the
40
one with
seconds.
the battery is not done yet?
I don't know.
I think you broke it. Okay, chill. It's just my random stuff, okay, that I'm carrying.
What about tungsten? Forged tungsten. Do you have that on you?
Yeah.
Could I have some? Thanks. Oh, it is just working. It's just weird. I was thinking it would be easy solution if it was just being weird. So yeah. Here is some of your thingamajigs. There you are.
I'll just put it in the storage box for now.
Yep. I'm heading out.
Yeah. Have a nice trip.
See you next fall. You know what? I'm gonna bring the car load battery just in case.
Bring whatever you want.
Oh, I didn't actually finish the tunnel, but it's supposed to all be fine.
Finish the tunnel? There's more stuff to...
Yeah, I mean, it's just I think it's 2 blocks high, thereabouts.
Yeah. You said something about yesterday. Well, didn't I, like, offer to do something?
Oh, there's
about
dogs. There's actually a lot of zombies out. Wow. Wow. Whoa. Alright, so time to find out where this trip is gonna take us. Away from all the zombies, that much is certain. You know what? I'll head south.
Okay.
That is what I'll do. There's a lot of zombies out. I think they know about our change in postal code or something.
You okay?
Yeah, it seems like they're sticking to or they find out that we're moving a little bit.
Maybe.
I mean, they would have to find out sooner or later. Actually, never taken a road which leads southwest, so gonna try that route
Yeah, okay.
today. Yeah, no one's been here. Huh. Popping pills and pop gas or whatever. Passing gas.
Hmm?
Passing gas. Yeah, it's one of those stores. On a shock in the eye as well. This is weird. You know what? I'm gonna stop bringing batteries back.
Why?
Well, I don't really feel like we need much more batteries.
I guess. We do have a whole bunch of them, so.
Yeah, I mean, there's like 26 up top that still needs to be charged.
That's perfect.
Yep, it is. So, I don't really see a point in bringing them back. I have no idea. Cathedral. That's a nice enough town, I suppose. Not getting a whole lot of useful stuff here. Yeah. I seem to remember something about that. So, Shotgun Messiah was kind of a bust. How much to grab there? this to the car. I remember one of the German warships up north being bombarded. But it's never much for history, so didn't pay too much attention in the history lessons about that. Yep. Figured I might as well be prepared. Well, it's actually 556, but other than that, you're correct. 556 bullets. No one had made any ammunition for a while, so I figured I might as well make some. We had a whole lot of FMG templates, so yeah, stuff you use to coat the bullets with, and this mod is what you also use to make the bullet tips themselves. You never work out where the stem ladder is. Pretty sure those are pretty large. You got it sitting around your living room or something? And a wild crankwork appears. We don't need more beakers, do we?
No.
That's kinda what I figured. Lot of pill cases.
So what kind of storage is the most used for right now?
Don't know. What? It's been ages since I actually found a poppin' pills. Almost was weird. Just gonna walk in here and grab all this shit. Curious if Teacup actually got his issues resolved. He had some major issues there for a while. Yeah, you know, the sound and everything.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, found a couple of, well, antibiotics. There are a few, actually. Well, I suppose everything's relative. On a couple, at least. .5 wellness for vitamins. It's not too bad. Perfect goods. Well, some medical supplies, a little bit of meat. Nothing too amazing.
Once you get back, you can have a look at the storage room and see what you think. If you any other ideas, or if you want to change anything.
Yeah, I'll have a look once I get back.
Yeah. Are you sure the one with the battery is actually has all it needs? It takes a lot of time.
Should be. I mean, it only uses forged tungsten.
And you use a shovel.
Yep.
Still not done.
Could be that it hasn't gotten stage fright.
Oh,
Don't know either. Oh, I'll keep going until find something of worth.
mhm.
Or until I'm full up like usual.
Yeah, there's that.
Oop.
Okay.
Yeah, just turn down the zombie. Prefer not to though. I mean, that battery breaks so easily.
Yeah.
So I even got a spare with me, just in case. It's one of those things that just does not recharge fast enough for me. Not at all.
What's the battery?
Yeah, I mean, well, I say recharge, but I can't repair it.
Oh, yeah.
But I do.
Huh?
No, I still got a great engine. Actually haven't installed a flawless engine. This is only great crank. I don't know if you ever, or if you lost the other one. Or did you actually place it somewhere?
some more beer as well. But I actually need to go get some snow soon. 'Cause I got one bowl of clean water left.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you do whatever you need to.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish up the storage room first.
Yep. Well, as I said, I haven't tried the flawless engine. I don't have it. I just been running with this great engine for the last ages. What's up, League? How's it going? It's almost unusual to see you not streaming. For once in a while. Alright, well I actually probably have to check that out then. I mean, that means I could upgrade this engine or this minibike a little bit more. I still need to find better tires for it. I think it's the tires that's kind of holding this thing back a little bit.
What quality is it?
Engine or the tires?
The tires.
Tires are green.
Ah.
So, and I got a blue padlock, not that that really matters, doesn't actually do anything for the speed. But for fuel efficiency, the flawless engine and better wheels will help me move longer distances without refueling.
Yeah.
So. I'm kind of impressed I actually haven't found a wasteland yet.
Oh, you'll find it eventually.
Yeah, I suppose. Another burning house. Go figure. 2117, yeah. All right. What kind of course? Oh, that is a dog. All right. I found a town.
Oh.
Not sure if I want to stay here though, but that's another thing. It's in the middle of the burn zone.
Oh.
So, that's beautiful. Couple of burn zombies around. Wasn't even a dog around, so we'll see how that goes. But advanced first aid. Use some kind of in the healthcare business then. Oh! Just helped the lady out. And she repays me by trying to kill me.
Usually how it is.
She was stuck in a building. This burn zone is gonna be nasty. Ah, gotcha. See. So how are your hours? I mean, do you work shift or what? Ugh, I get so many cool oven recipes now. I might as well start up my own bookstore soon.
Oh, we could make a library.
Could actually do that. Kind of have a small library at the base though, already. Another shopping cart, which is garbage, so I'll get rid of that. Live free or die. Customize your gear with some natural found dyes. Yes, whoop whoop whoop. It's looking, it feels like I'm missing a single recipe, and I've yet to find it. I think it's let's see. Some such crazy stuff. It's one of the chargers, I believe, the high-tech charger that uses fusion cells. Still haven't found a single thing for that. Alright, gotcha. That's a fair bit of paper, so that's a fair bit of shotgun shells, I suppose. If nothing else. This is actually kind of a creepy place. Yeah, do you check the stream right now?
Hmm?
You just checked the stream?
Hmm?
Yep.
Why?
Oh, I hear something.
I check the stream now and then.
Oh, that's so. It's so dark here, it's hard to see the zombies. Currently being sensed, though. And not sensed. Trying to avoid stepping on this, these embers.
So you won't catch fire?
Yeah.
Probably not a bad idea.
Hear a bear around as well, but...
Oh, it's done.
What,
The metal stamping press.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it was a battery and
Forged tungsten?
forged tungsten with a shovel. Battery on the toolbar. Then shovel the...
Forged tungsten, yep.
That took a lot of time for this one plate. That
Yeah.
did that.
Oh shit, he's still alive. Shit. Kind of feel like I'm stepping 2 steps forward and then 2 steps back.
Oh.
Yeah. Backpedal every time I have to engage some zombies. There's just a whole lot of garages here. There's a Fatso in the corner. Shit. Scope they are tends to break the most inopportune times. There. You know what? I'm gonna actually need a shotgun for this. It's so hard to actually see what I'm shooting at, and the scope there doesn't allow for a shotgun or a flashlight attachment. As long as I can't break it apart. Oh, what? Actually got hit, but no stun. That is crazy. Luckily, the zombies are kind of confused. I'm not sure how they're not seeing me though. Just kind of running around like crazy. Well, not exactly what I had in mind when I went to this place, but regardless. I was actually not aware that there were spots like this around. It's been ages since I've seen the burnstone. I mean, I can't remember when they took it out, but maybe rendered in 2.0, I think. Some such like that. There's seriously embers everywhere. I'm just kind of worried I'll catch fire. This regal parts. Well, that's a barrel, I assume. Yep, barrel. But talk about dark. This place is dark. Really dark. Did I just complete a full circle? Yeah. Man. Looking for nice shit in the worst places. Oh yeah. I did actually, I was kinda hoping I would actually find a better scope they are. At some point in time. Would be nice. I mean, it's probably the best gun in the game right now. It's a high fire rate, large bang capacity, semi-automatic. Ooh, I'll take that. Moldy breads. Caffeine pills, not got time for batteries. I'll go away. It's kind of weird. I found a large area with only garages and a bookstore. So, yeah. A single one of these, I almost call them booby traps. A single one of these burning embers, they give you one lump of coal if you break them. It's kind of crazy. Just one. That's all you're getting. I think you get more, to be fair. I mean, even in cold machines, they give, I don't know, maybe 90 lumps of coal from 5 wood logs, thereabouts. Hello, Mr. Bear. I got no quarrel with you. Now, freaking thing, normally you can actually hear these burning zombies very easily. Now that there's shit burning all around me, that gets a little bit tricky. Alright, so Mr. Bear is in the woods to my southwest. Alright, so that's a burning dude. That's another one. What do you know? Kinda think that this place is spent though. All good. I'm kind of looking forward to Alpha 13, whenever that may be. But I don't know. I still feel like there's challenges to be had. Right now, I still feel after 103 days. Is that a dog? Kind of still feel like there's some challenges to be had, even after 103 days. But as I was talking with Slade, kind of shares some concerns of mine. Same way that once you get a farm, you're pretty much set. That is pretty much it. I mean, you're not gonna run out of food anytime soon. And now that the zombies are a little bit more, well, dangerous, that kind of helps you in terms of materials that you get, that you actually have to keep improving your base and repair it. I suppose that's good, but yeah, I don't know. They're still not digging far enough down. I kind of feel, but might just be me. After we moved a lot of our activities further down below the ground, we actually haven't seen much of zombies at all. I mean, if we've seen zombies, it's mainly around our entrances. And I might hear them at night when they're trying to get in somewhere. But it's not like a focused effort like we've seen in the past, where they would actually try and dig into our tunnel. Then again, yeah.
Do you have potassium anywhere down here?
Not anywhere down there now, but just find a place for it, I guess.
Tuck it in here. How many tungsten plates did you need?
10?
Okay, we got 11.
Alright. So, scoped AR, very nice indeed. Flashlight from the minibike actually helped me a bit. Quite a bit more powerful than, well, kind of similar to a shotgun, really. And I found a library. Which in turn means there's gonna be a whole lot of books scrapped. And a whole lot more shotgun shells for whoever uses shotguns, I suppose. But yeah, I was kind of optimistic that this mod would kind of hold my attention for a long duration of time. I'm actually slowly starting to doubt that. Fair enough. I mean, I'm kind of in the end game stage now, or we are, and kind of the end game state. There isn't really much of an end game to it. Well, we got a pretty decent base. It's all pimped out, which is nice and all, but yeah, as soon as there's no more struggle to survive, that's... Well, the survival game should be about survival, and if they're no longer about survival, what are you doing? Then that's... yeah. It's one of the things they still haven't resolved in all of the updates that they kind of done. They did add a feral, which provided a bit more of a challenge. I only hope that they'll get more targeted feral hordes with time. They had mentioned that they're planning something like that for Alpha 13, maybe, if they have time. So if you're a low level, you'll get a smaller horde, and then someone's been on the server for a long duration of time, where it's a high level. And that everyone will get a feral horde. Because right now, you are not guaranteed a feral horde. You're kind of like, well, you might get one. And you might not get one. So it's kind of annoying. Usually if you're playing on a co-op server or a PvE server, that's really not a problem, because, well, you band together and you all get the same feral horde. I mean, the zombies are not going to give a shit who their initial target is after they spot a player. They're going to go for whoever's closest, really. Or whoever fire spawned them. So... more crap, more paper. Still not sights of this high-tech charger that I want. Wait, what? Charge. Alright. Wait, I can scrap it? Oh yeah, I hadn't completed. I'll actually bring that back.
What?
New book called Charge. It'll basically allow you to make chargers. I'm pretty sure you don't have it, so.
Could be.
Yep. Alright, he just walked off. I think that's somebody's where... Oh, just a zombie that just walked off. I mean, he was slowly breaking through the door at the front, but now it's just gonna wander off, so... I don't know what he's doing. You rocket discipline. Seriously need to just kind of go full tilt. Trying to get in the building.
Well, maybe he got bored.
Ah, he's back now, so... There we are. And he's dead. I don't know. Are you enjoying the game right now?
me?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something to do.
Yeah. It is. I do wish that there was more of a challenge, though. I mean, the insta-spawning zombies as of 12.5 is slightly annoying. I drove about 20 meters down the road, and I got zombies spawning in behind me and in front of me.
Right.
So I do hope that the sleeper thing comes about rather quickly.
Well, that would be interesting.
Yeah, I mean that way you actually have to clear the entire place before you can actually start looting it. Make sure that all the entrances and exits are neat. And yeah. But I guess the main problem that this game has at the moment is that there's no really viable end game. The start is interesting and fun. It's
Well,
challenging even.
Like in what was it called? The forest. After, well, you know, that's a survival game as well.
Yeah.
You have the cannibals and stuff, and the longer you survive, the harder it gets, because they'll just keep on coming. I don't remember how many days, but you have the like a boss that will basically knock your walls down.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really hard to kill. And I think if you have something like that in 7 Days to Die, like if you survive for like say, well, in a normal game, 2 or 3 weeks, then you're pretty much set.
Yeah.
And then you know that something bad is showing up pretty soon. Could be a pretty big badass zombie with a horde. You know, that would be interesting. So
Yeah.
you kind of need to prepare for that sort of boss fight. And once that is over, you know, it's the same thing over again, I guess. But after a while, I guess you're gonna be good for that as well.
Yeah, I mean, so right now we had some nasty feral hordes early on when we got started with the mods.
Yeah.
And that was tense. I mean, we did everything we could to be prepared for what came next. I mean, every night could be a potential horrible night, and I kind of want to have that kind of thing. I mean, where I don't. There's buggy mechanics to the game as well. I mean, where zombies spawn, let's say you have a noise horde spawning, and that means that they're gonna spawn in wherever they want, kind of thing. So we've had zombies spawn inside our walls because someone else a little bit further away attracted a horde, and that horde will just kind of walk in from wherever. Well, basically, the guy who alerted the zombies is in the middle, and let's say this is our base. He's on the wall there, and that means that anyone or everywhere around him, the zombies can spawn. So that means they can spawn even inside your base, and that to me is kind of annoying. I'd rather have non-buggy mechanics where zombies can actually get inside somehow. Hey, I'm trying to help you, man. Stand still.
Well, for us right now, we have the base, you know, and you want to remove the forges further down.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't have all the hordes. And now you're saying that you do want some more challenges, but we sort of remove that when you like move the forges as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I mean, either we are onslaughted every day and barely have time to do repairs, or we
Instead,
dig down and get bored. So, I mean, I don't really think that that should be a thing of sorts. I mean, it shouldn't really be a choice that you have. I mean, something's gonna come either way. What's up, Panther?
yeah, it's kind of stupid like that. Because it seems like as soon as we move down further on the ground, it's like, yeah, it's just dead quiet.
Yeah, it's game over.
Yeah, and if you don't, it's basically sort of suicide, you know. You're here all the time. You got a bunch of scouts coming out, looking at you, and then calling the hordes, and all the time. You barely finished the first one, and thinking about starting repairing stuff, and there it is, a new horde.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Found. Not easy.
No, but it's one of the reasons why I keep coming back to this game now and then. I mean, I play it for a bit, and then I leave it for a while, and then I come back, and
Yeah.
it kind of has to be that way, I guess. Otherwise, I'll just burn out entirely on the game.
Yeah. You know, it's an alpha.
Yeah. Don't I know it. It's one of the things that are kind of ingrained in my mind. It's still an alpha.
Yeah, it's like the only excuse you can use for this game.
Yeah, I suppose.
So I think they're doing a pretty good job with the game though.
Yeah. I mean, if I think about anything that we could do with our settings that would make our lives worse, it's basically... Well, I mean, it's... always run.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that we can actually put back on. Or, like, crank up the loot time and crank up the craft time to max. But that's only going to prolong the problem. It's not going to fix the problem. I mean, it'll take us a bit longer to build our bases. It'll take us a little bit longer. Maybe it'll screw us over once or twice where we're moving around. Same problem, yes.
Yeah.
Essentially. So it's kind of annoying.
Maybe it's time to start streaming another game.
Maybe. It might be.
How's your trip going?
My trip. Well, I probably have enough ammo for a couple of hordes now. Well, I'm already carrying. Yeah, but I mean, I've been collecting more paper and whatnot, so for anyone who uses a shotgun, I mean, we can keep that shit going for ages. But yeah, I don't know. Some people kind of power through, and they kind of love playing the game, going out finding loot because that's their thing. They love to collect crap. On my end, I mean, that's not really a factor. Yes. I think I found a wasteland. Yeah, I did. Alright, so. Yeah, we're discussing the game at the moment.
Yeah.
And how after a certain amount of time, it doesn't really hold much of a challenge anymore.
Depends on what you do though. Like we did it. Dig down is gonna be less of a challenge. If
Yep.
you don't, just gonna have the never-ending hordes, so we don't really have the time to do anything. Except shooting and repairing.
Yep. But it kind of seems like the end game of 7 Days to Die is kind of that. It's shooting and repairing and making those trips out to actually find enough resources to kind of keep your guns firing.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Slade, you're kind of tuning in to me slowly getting fatigued with the game. That is what's happening. Yeah, I mean, right now we're set on resources. We basically have the basic outline. I mean, the fact that we're, I don't know, we came to a point where we were having multiple hordes a day, and as we're fighting these hordes, we'll have scouts that show up because we're using so many rounds, and it causes such a heat map that we're calling more hordes to us just by defeating a horde. And it's actually happened in multiple occasions where we've been fighting and fighting and fighting. And while we've kind of finished off one horde, there's another one coming our way. And yeah, I mean, no, they don't. I'm actually thinking about that for the last thing. I mean, it's kind of been a thing. Like when I decided to go for live free or die, that I was either thinking always run or this mods, or well, basically thinking about either quitting or setting to always run. To kind of try and add some kind of challenge to it. And I think for early game, I mean, it would prolong the game, early game. But I don't think it would fix the issues that are apparent. Yeah, I mean, you've seen, well, maybe you haven't, I don't know. If you've seen some of the hordes that we defeated in our base, then, I mean, basically it becomes a repair and fighting job. So as soon as you're done fighting a horde, you soon have to repair your defenses, else they break through. So it's more of like trying to duct tape the defenses and trying to keep them stable somehow. And then just keep fighting, because there's going to always be more and more and more that come your way. Welcome back, Diane. There is kind of a gas gun I want there, but this mod did add a little bit of variety. It makes things a little bit more challenging than the standard game. Standard game I'd probably be done by now, a long time ago. Cause right now, well, I don't know. When we got started, we played a whole lot of this game.
Yeah.
And it was new, it was fresh. We still didn't feel 100% comfortable with the game. Yeah, I mean, they did kind of say that this mod would somehow scale a little bit, but so far, I don't know. I mean, we've seen a lot of randomized hordes that we have, but other than that, not really anything too amazing. Down, dog. So I love early game, and I mean, Gas also loves early game. He doesn't really enjoy building that much, so unless it's a barn, and in which case he'll be done pretty soon. Yeah, resource gathering early on is probably the best part of the game in a sense, because you don't really have enough guns and whatever. No, that's a custom recipe for making that. Oh, come on. Stop wobbling. Yeah, I mean, there's been a couple of games where I can wait for more, and to name a few, that would be Arma, basically. Play with a clan that makes custom scenarios that we play out. And they're mainly PvE. And I mean, we will have summer break because most of the people there are, well, I guess the average is around 30 years of age. We gotten a little bit of new bloods as of late, but the majority of the veterans in that clan, they are in their 30s, 40s plus. And we do take a summer break because that's generally when people go on vacation and whatnot. So there's no Arma during the summer normally. There was this year, but I didn't feel the drive for it. But usually it's kind of like, I really want to have that gameplay again. And there's not really much I can do when everyone's on vacation, of course. Kind of the same way that you see the glimpses of something great in 7 Days to Die, and you just kind of want to have a better experience straight away without actually being able to pinpoint direct things that you could change in the game at the current stage that will make you have a better time. And for people that are just kind of getting their bearings on the game, I mean, as in difficulty and all that shit, I suppose it does offer a fair bit of challenge for people that are just getting started with 7 Days to Die. For people that's been playing for a bit, it's got to be something else that drives them. Either you build crazy constructs, or more so than the zombie bits, because the zombie bit becomes laughable after a while, depending on what you do, what kind of base you build, and all that shit. If you build below ground, then you're safe forever. That is just a fact. They're not going to be able to penetrate that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, after they fixed the level loot system, I actually seen a whole lot more flawless crap pop into existence. And I mean, even this pickaxe, for instance, I can't repair it. I gotta make new ones every time. But the problem is that after spending a fair bit of time gathering up a chunk of resources, I can easily make these. So I bring one or two when I go out on this trip, and after it's done, it's done. That's, I mean, I gotta make a new one. Fire axe I can keep repairing and also require resources, but the initial drive for resources is lower than, let's say, Ark. Ark is more of a grinding game, and the irony of it all is that I don't like the grind in Ark. But I want to make 7 Days to Die more prolonged without making it grindy. So I don't know. I do wish I did. I mean, the loot respawn is set to 96 days, and I never check the same town twice. And now that I kind of know most of these buildings, I just kind of hop through it and see that, alright, there's not going to be much goodies in that building because reasons. I know that one's going to be weak. Might actually have a gun save or some honey. I know that this one has 3 oil barrels at the bottom, and there's some loot containers up top which I might check. I mean, if I want electronics, I really should check them. Because I know that these, let's see, oh, these air conditioners, they, standard game, they have only scrap metal and short metal pipes. In the modded one, they have sometimes copper pipes. They sometimes have circuit boards, which are really nice. Can make them, and of course, could add a custom recipe, but that again would defeat the purpose. So yeah. It's becoming a rant about how I'm slowly burning out on 7 Days to Die while I'm playing 7 Days to Die. This is good gameplay. This is what people come to watch, right? Right. But basically, as I got more accustomed to playing the game, I started taking more chances. Sometimes I would die. Most times I would not. Yeah, and I mean all my settings are below in the channel. It says 7 Days to Die server settings. So there's no airdrops on our server, none. Loot respawns in 96 days, and I generally make a habit of destroying all the trash piles, which is a source for good loot. We're playing on insane difficulty. I mean, I suppose I could always turn this shit to Feral, but I've played with it in the past, and it doesn't really seem to make much of a difference. Because they still don't dig downwards, and they still come in droves, so... So the only thing that's left is making them always run, but I still fear that it's still not gonna make a big enough impact on the game. That is what I fear, though. Yeah, I mean, I suppose it's weird that I'm starting to burn out after 768 hours of gameplay. Yeah, I suppose it's weird. I mean, no normal person would burn out after such a short time.
Bored? Really?
Huh?
Sure.
What?
I mean...
Yeah, close.
That's a lot of hours, a lot of doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Yep. Dug a couple tunnels, killed a few zombies. I mean, not to start. I would try and kill all the zombies. I've kind of given up that shit. What's up, pacifistic? Diane, it is possible, I suppose. You could make custom recipes in the sense that you actually grab or make icons and shit. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, we did, when we got started, we built above ground. After a while, we decided to build underground. And after Alpha 12, we kind of shied away from that. Early Alpha 12, we had major issues, so ended up with us building below ground again. And after a recent restart, build above ground again. When we got started with these mods, we didn't really have any options to build below ground. And we couldn't really get the hang of these machines or how we collected a sufficient amount of resources to actually make something durable. So our preliminary base was actually made out of wood. And nowadays, I mean, we do have a pretty decent what should we call it? Well, resource gathering and pretty decent base as well. No, block durability is still at 100%. Well, I mean, instant timers. I mean, we did play with craft timers and we did play with loot timers for a long time. But in the end, I mean, alright, so let's say you spend an hour or two down on the mine and you collect tons of resources, maybe a stack of each. So then you are putting that shit into forges and you start crafting gunpowders and all that shit. Problem is, it kind of doesn't give anything to me. I mean, doesn't do anything for me. If I have instant timers or not, I mean, the only difference is I'm gonna have gunpowder and later. So it's just a patchwork fix for the main issue, which is the end game. That's my stance on it, anyways. But I mean, sure, I could probably play with loot times. I could probably play with craft times. But I'm gonna burn out eventually either way. Even just sitting around waiting for shit to craft. Well, it's your personal opinion, and I respect that, but I've been playing for 760 hours, and most of those had craft time and loot time. And it's more of a gimmick than anything that gives me great pleasure to deal with. So it's supposed to be a zombie survival game, and resources are abundant. And sure enough, you could get some joy about sitting around in base crafting shit for hours and hours and hours. So that basically means that you're adding maybe 30 or 40 buffer hours of you just crafting shit instead of doing things, and it's not really viable for me. That would just be another thing that would bore me. Instead, I tried to raise the zombie difficulty to insane and shoot up the amount of zombies that's around, and I turned down loot abundance to 1%. That comment to me, Slade, or to Mr. Saber? Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Saber. If I wasn't playing with a mod right now, I probably wouldn't have made it to day 103. And I don't really understand the people that can kind of keep going for 300 days, 500 days, just by going out looting. So yeah, I mean, right now I got zombies around me. But all I really need to do in the wasteland is keep moving, and sooner or later I'll be kind of undiscovered, and I'll have 3 or 4 or 5 minutes of time where I can just loot in peace. So yeah, my main gripe about this game, I guess, is the lack of stuff to do at the end. I mean, I always find early game to be interesting, and I generally don't go into wastelands before it's well, before I actually have a proper gun, or before I actually have some kind of stamina increasing potions or elixirs, be it beer or some such. Because my general process goes through, well, day 1, get some tools, get some weapons and all that. And then just gonna keep going. 44 bullets, yes, well. Yeah, I mean, I will say this though. Until day around 30, that's kind of the main tipping point. After that, I didn't really have many deaths. I had a couple. But then we started the master machines, and that turned out to be pretty okay. So now where I'm at this point where I have pretty much everything I could possibly want. I got weapon frigates, I get splints, I get antivenom for the hornets to sting me, I got caffeine pills, I get antibiotics, loads, I got elixirs, I got soda, I got shotgun shells, 5.56. I have everything that I need to survive, and if I seriously need to bunker down for long periods of time, we always have our base. And we have an outpost, or our old base, which can also be used. Huh. That's a good question. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I know, know Jonah Burke, he did do that kind of thing. The thing is though, I mean, if I have to restart every time I die, then, then that's gonna be something, I suppose, for everyone involved on the server. Jonah Burke is playing solo game, and he's playing with similar settings that I am. Only difference is his zombies always run, and he has 25 loot abundance versus 1%. I don't know. It's kind of hard to really know what I could add to the game that would make it more challenging. Yeah, I mean, okay, and just in the span of Alpha 12, I had 4 or 5 restarts. And that's since Alpha 12 came out, so. Well, I'm running at 1% loot. And we're still making it okay. I mean, the initial idea behind setting it to 1% loot abundance was the fact that we would actually have to struggle for food. But as long as you can easily get food from either farming or just kind of going on longer trips, then there's not really much of a challenge in that sense. So I used to say this when we had starts with a lot of people around, then we would sometimes struggle for food. Sometimes that's mainly if most of us were actually back at our little hidey hole. That's pretty much the only times. No cunts. That would be a challenge. That would really be a challenge. Yeah, I mean, I think I'd win on spikes alone. I actually think I lost my mini bike now.
You lost your mini bike?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I can't remember where I last was. Yeah, I mean, I'd still be fine with spikes. I mean, that was my strategy for early Alpha 12 when we had issues with the bow being so weak. I don't know if they had a bugged something about the bugged values for arrowheads. I actually think that some zombie took away my bike. I actually had a little bit of loot on that, but not that I really care much anymore. So, well, I mean, in some ways, I find resource gathering to be kind of easy in a sense. I still remember earlier games where we were just hacking away at tungsten, think it was like 74 hits on tungsten back in the day on 100% block durability. Oh, that took a while.
I would probably make a pretty interesting zombie sort of thing to this game, like a boss. You know, something, a mix between every nasty zombie that you have, like the dog that runs fast. You have the burning zombie that will ignite you, so a burning dog that pukes, climbs, explodes, and has just the same amount of health. That would be interesting.
I suppose. Kind of curious where my bike went.
Oh wow, and if you have this mod as well, he will even infect you and poison you.
Great.
Yeah.
Can't actually recall if I actually parked here or if I parked somewhere else anymore.
Oh.
Hello, Mr. Nasty spawning thing. I'm not really what?
You're not really into Ark.
Nope, I am not.
So yeah, it would just be boring for him. So yeah, no.
Well, I don't know. There's, well, as you mentioned in the past, Slade. I mean, one of the things that they could add was basically that you could get issues with your crops. I mean, right now it's way too easy to whip up even a makeshift farm and just kind of get batshit crazy about that. Nope, not Rust, not anytime soon. I know it's changed. I'm so aware.
Well, the antibiotics, they just take away the infection, don't they?
Yeah, and they give wellness after 24 hours. But yeah, I mean, antibiotics are... Well, it's almost too easy to go from infected to not infected. I mean, I don't actually think I ever got into stage 2, ever, and that kind of thing.
I think I did once. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the runs we had, probably. Yeah, I mean, it's too easy to get food, and it's too easy to... Well, it's... Food that gives you wellness is not that hard to get either, but food that just sustains you and keeps you alive, that is very easy to get. Guns are fairly easy to get as well. I mean, basically there's a cutoff point where when I find a mine, that is basically when the game is over for me. That is basically game done, because after that I'm going to have all the potassium nitrate and all the coal I want, and all the gunpowder, and yeah, you get by so easily on everything else. So I don't know. And the level loot system, I mean, while that's nice and all, I think I'd rather prefer to have the loot system as it was when it was broken, rather than when it's fixed. Because
never find anything better than poor or faulty.
well, I mean, yeah, kinda. I mean, I think that it should be down to luck, really, more so than you played for so and so many hours, and that automatically says that you're more predisposed to find good loot. It's kind of like, well, you've been living for 60 years, so if you, well, send in this coupon and win the lottery, then that's because you've been around for so long, because you deserve it. That doesn't really...
Well, maybe it's just something that you get better at scavenging. That's why you get higher loot, fancy stuff.
I suppose, but then they might as well just look at your Steam played thing than actually anything. They could go the route of Rust, where they determine your sex, your color, and everything based off your Steam idea. or but I don't know. There has to be some further challenges aside from you dying to gravel to kind of keep the game fresh in a sense. And after a while, you kind of learn how to mine a little bit better. Not organized, I'm not saying that, but
No, no. You don't know how to mine.
well, good news, everyone. I actually think I lost my first minibike in 12.5.
Well, it's still there somewhere. You just can't find it.
Maybe. I can't remember. I started ranting and then I was in the wasteland and then, yes. Later, Slade. But, a playthrough with no guns. That would be something. And with ferals always, or with zombies always running. That would mean I have to dust off the bow and the crossbow. Melee weapons you can just forget about with this mod. That's just not going to happen. And that means that every time that you're actually getting fatos to your door, then they're going to blow open your walls unless you actually run away and grab the hordes elsewhere. I mean, that's another thing. I mean, you can easily outrun a horde. Ferals you're going to have a bit larger problems with, unless you can actually somehow screw what they're passing in a small town.
Well, they're pretty fast though. So
Yeah, they are pretty fast.
You won't be able to outrun them either. And if you got to turn around to shoot them with a crossbow every 5 seconds, you're pretty much dead. Because they will catch up
That is
as
true.
you turn around. And they're pretty strong, so then again, as you said, with this mod, it would make for interesting gameplay, but it wouldn't be fair either. Because if you ever meet a feral, you're pretty much dead no matter what you do. You can't really outrun them, unless you, as you said, mess with their passing somehow, but yeah, I don't know.
I think it was 12.3 or something. I was busy making my plans for the pillar house. And, yeah, I mean, that led to me being alone on the server, then being chased by, I believe, 3 ferals. Still managed to get away with coffee, and some previously placed spikes would stop them for a little bit. And after a bit, I was actually able to outrun them.
Alright.
So, yeah, I mean, it's possible, but it's very hard to do. So, it's a pain. You know what? I actually have to conduct a grid search of this town now, just to see if I can find the damn bike.
Yep. Well, you should probably start, you know, on the side where you came from.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I can't remember where I last saw the minibike even. I think it was east side, but I don't know. Normally I have this small marker which says minibike, and that is pretty easy to see. Then again, I kind of left it wandering around, so I suppose it could be anywhere by now. I can't even remember where I jumped off. I know I came from the east, that much I know. That is about it. That is all I know. But I see most people that play this are actually playing with some kind of timers on looting and on and crafting, looting and crafting. Let's see, undetected.
Well, I guess the loot timer makes more sense than actually the craft timer. because when you're in a town trying to do stuff, it could actually mess up some things. If you actually have the timer on, you know, there's zombies lurking around, and sometimes you're trying to be quick about grabbing stuff because there's zombies right around the next corner.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I've myself been caught off guard sometimes, but
Then again, as I said, it would just prolong the game. So sooner or later, you're gonna get that shovel in that box sooner or later, anyways.
yeah. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, with the fact that you can easily craft things, or quick craft, it means you rise the levels quicker. But it's mainly an issue if you actually plan to settle down somewhere. If you're actually building crap, if you're just kind of going out and about, the effects of that is not as well heavy.
Well, if you think about it, let's say you can level up a fair bit on spikes in the early game.
Mm-hmm.
But with craft timer, you'll still level up just as much from those spikes, but it'll just take a bit more time.
Yeah, well, it takes longer before you get better tools and before you actually start to get into places and whatnot. It basically speeds up the resource gathering and the weapons gathering that you already can get, I suppose. So, I don't know, the introduction of the quality system kind of made the game a little bit more grindy in that sense. Before, you had just have one quality, and that's the damage it did to the blocks. But, I don't know. It's gonna be nighttime soon. It's gonna be, should be fun. Maybe. And loss of resource. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of talking to Teacup about this in terms of the fact of nerfing the XP. And he basically said, well, he would have no chance to kind of keep up with leveling at all. Should we implement that sort of thing, since he doesn't play as often? But then again, yeah. Wow, this is really dark. Really dark.
Yeah, usually is during the night. Well, still can't find the bike.
Nope. I don't know where it's at.
Maybe
No
something
idea.
blew it up.
Or maybe a zombie took it for a test drive.
Oh yeah. The dog. Zombie dog.
Yeah.
Wanted to go for a ride.
Even found the feral. Still pretty powerful dude. But well, I mean, he's actually weaker in normal game than is in modded. And that's even after they nerfed it and the modded one. It went down from 2,800 HP down to 2002, I believe it was. And yeah, I mean, with the slugs in regular game, you can easily kill him with 2 shots with the slugs, even on insane difficulty. Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, if you look at, for instance, well, they kind of are trying to put that into play, but I don't think they're actually succeeding that well. Yeah, like you could clear a biome for zombies, but the problem now is that you have biome dithering, so there's not really a huge difference between one biome and the next. It's kind of well, it's difficult to know where one ends and one begins, sort of thing.
Because you're all mashed together.
Yeah. So in the past, you knew that, well, if you've been killing a whole lot of zombies in that biome, there's not going to be much more zombies there for the next 2 or 3 or 7 days or something. And that kind of makes sense. I mean, would mean that you had time to, well, time to kind of repair and bolster your defenses, as well as you would, over time, you would kind of deplete the amount of deers in the area and animals and whatnot, and that should make it so that it's harder to kind of keep hunting in that area. You kind of have to push further and get more stuff. So yeah. But as always, it's complicated to kind of keep that mix, I suppose. Where do you actually say that one ends and one begins? That's the thing, though. So it's kind of hard. But I would prefer it if the biomes were much larger, like massive, not small like these ones. Like you have this, you got woodland here for a good stretch of period. But it should actually be more, well, greater than that. I think, anyways. I mean, large expansions of areas. So you know that I kind of clear that all of the animals in this area, so I need to go somewhere else to hunt. Whoa, didn't actually expect that guy, but hey. Lost a little bit of health. Never hear the hornets before it's too late, especially when in chatting. Huh. Well, I approve of the idea. It's just, when I see kind of flaws in this kind of game, I just kind of want it to be fixed straight away. Of course, that's just wishful thinking. That would happen. But a guy can dream, right? And I mean, it's different, but the same as when we were playing a lot of Payday. We saw issues with Payday. Still kept playing it for quite a bit. But sooner or later realized that it had a lot of shortcomings, and that was not going to be fixed overnight. And in the end, we decided not to play it as much. So sure I left the bike here somewhere. Or maybe I didn't.
Maybe you didn't.
Maybe I didn't. I don't know where he could have gone. It's no longer showing on my map anyways, so... Who knows?
Nah, no clue.
I mean, I see one of the mini bikes, and it's showing on the map, and I'm far away from it, so...
Oh, is there the one back at base?
Yeah, I see the one back at the base. But I don't see mine, so... I don't know.
I guess it's gone then.
I suppose so. I mean, that's another kind of annoyance. I mean, I was really, really hyped for the minibike when it was scheduled to be released. It was the main selling point for Alpha 12 for a long time, that they would finally add some kind of transportation which would make this, transport a little more interesting. And yeah, when it came out, it was bugged, and it's still bugged. It works better now than it did on release, but still, it's far from, well,
Fixed.
yeah, far from fixed. So, I can't remember. I did have a couple of things in that minibike, which I could probably have brought back to base. A couple of medkits, couple of fuel cans, a bit of salt, all that shit. But minibike is completely gone. Don't even know where it went. So we're back to running. I mean, that's another thing though. I mean, as soon as you have longer reach with transportation, the game kind of speeds up in a bit, or in a way, allows you to go further and further in a day and still come back with a fair amount of supplies. I think it's 25 loot spots in that container on the minibike. I can't remember exactly, but I think it's about 36 for players. Thereabouts. So, yeah.
Whereas, well, I don't know why Crank is pointing out that Ark is getting the buggy or whatever it's called, but I don't see the point of that at all. Ark doesn't really need something you can drive around in.
Yeah, it depends on the speed, I suppose.
Well, still think it's useless.
Well, I suppose some of the air or the flying dinosaurs are actually still going to be quicker than Dune Buggy at higher levels. I mean, the Dune Buggy's not going to scale with level, is it? Well, I kind of doubt it. You need to feed the Dune Buggy, and
You probably need fuel for it.
yeah, well, I figure it would, of sorts.
Well, you do need fuel for the other machines in the game, so...
That is true.
Yeah. But still, you do have some pretty fast dinosaurs you can run around with. And I don't know if well, it depends on what kind of level you have to be to actually make it or to get a hold of it. Something tells me you gotta be a pretty high level to be able to make the thingy.
The Dune Buggy.
Yeah, and then it's kind of pointless again, because it will be the early game that you actually need it. If you could build it as soon as possible, you'll have a bigger chance to actually get away from the nasty dinos you probably don't want to meet early in the game.
Probably.
So, and once you're high enough level and tamed a few dinos, you could just ride on them. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm a bit more excited about the I don't know, the raft.
For Ark.
Yeah. Or the gonna make bases, build bases on 2 of the dinos. So yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess at the core of any survival game is survival. And you need food. And you generally need shelter from whatever attacks you. And that involves building, and that involves resource crap. Leveling up is basically a means to craft better equipment. And until they actually kind of get like a skill tree in the game, then as Clock mentioned or points out, is that the instant craft is an issue. Because it allows you to level up so quickly if you choose to. If you actively go for it, then you will level up quite insanely. I mean, the playthrough that me and Forsaken had, I spent most of the time almost like a nomadic person, like kind of like Gas usually plays, and I was level 30 until day 40. Or I reached level 13 just from killing zombies, crafting a couple of spikes and a couple of wood frames to kind of keep myself alive. So I leveled till level 13 by day 30 just from scavenging, killing zombies, and crafting a couple of things. As soon as I started building the base, as soon as we had all the materials we needed, I started crafting the materials that, well, we needed to put up the base, and kind of took measurements and all that shit. So grabbed all the resources that we needed, built the entire base in parts, then moved all the parts up there, built the base in a day or two. Kept expanding upon it, of course, but it was livable after just a short amount of time. So then I skyrocketed in levels compared to what I did in the past, but what benefit does that give me? It doesn't give me more wellness. It doesn't do anything but allow me to craft better tools, which in turn speeds up resource scattering and whatnot. Or it allows me to make a better bow, and that is about it. I mean, I can craft better armor, sure, but those are also things that help me survive. But to be honest, I've been hit 2 or 3 times now since I last died. And that's over maybe 30-40 days ago now. So, I mean, it doesn't really give me much of a benefit unless I get stunned. A lot of zombies come to my location and then starts to attack me. So if a lot of zombies are actually, well, one zombie stun me and a lot of zombies come to my location, that gives me a sliver of chance to actually survive that. Otherwise, single hits and zombie versus player combat, just one-on-one, that's not really gonna make the biggest difference of all. The other factor that comes with getting levels is the fact that you do have a chance of getting better loot, which I still think is kind of silly. It's probably something I could mod, something I could change about that. Yeah, Compo pack is a prefab pack. We're currently running these mods on the server. Compo pack adds about 130 new buildings to the game and keeps it a little bit more fresh. Live free or die. It's more of a, well, total conversion kind of thing. So food is not much of an issue right now. I mean, getting resources is easy and getting food is easy. So what's left? That's zombies. And in regular game, we don't really have an issue with zombies, because even with an above ground base, well, at most, there might actually be so many zombies during a feral horde that they actually pile over the walls as they die. And that is pretty much it. That is all of the challenges. So the base game is too easy in that sense. I mean, if they're running or if they're walking. If they're running, then you're gonna have a harder time early on. Later game, you're not gonna have issues because you're gonna have ammo. So as I can't remember who mentioned it, somewhere up further in the chat, but yes, I think Saber said it. He's probably not around anymore, but as Saber mentioned, could of course try and do like either no guns or what's that slate? I can't remember. But that still doesn't fix anything. That's just self-imposed restrictions on you as a player. And of course it could be interesting, but I don't know. After long-ass rants like these, kind of makes me realize that I probably do need a break from 7 Days to Die. It's been a lot lately. It's been almost 3 or 4 weeks with nothing but 7 Days to Die every day. Morning and night.
But that's your own fault, you know that.
Yeah, I know, because I've been enjoying the mod. And in the last couple of days, they kind of had this realization that we are sort of done in a sense. I mean, we could still keep building and whatnot. That is pretty much what's left at the end of it. When you're got some decent weapons, you got a decent base.
Dude, I just had my weapons in 5 minutes.
You just had your weapons for the last 5 minutes?
Yeah. I mean, in comparing to you, you have had one before everyone else.
Yeah. But you still...
think my hallway looks creepy?
Yeah, it does. I mean, I just bought a horror game and I was figuring out the game was going to look like that one, so it freaked me a bit out. I have my suspicions, so. I mean, and the room where you have your all the stuff in was good.
In the storage room?
Yeah. I'm much more organized than Jagers' room.
Well, you haven't seen it yet, so we'll see.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, the main challenges we've gotten as of late is mainly from scouts coming here and spawning hordes. And while we're dealing with that horde, we sometimes get additional scouts which spawns another horde, and that just kind of keeps going. So, yeah.
We have a feral horde.
Yeah, I mean, I remember we actually did get a feral horde, and then we had 9 scouts trying to scale our walls, spawning more zombies to try and draw more people here. So, I don't know. There was a guy in the chat or in the channel who argued that that there would be more of a challenge with loot timers and with craft timers, and I don't agree. I mean, I respect his opinion, but I don't agree. I don't really feel like there's any challenge to having a craft time or having a loot time. Loot time, maybe, in a sense. I mean, if you're dumb enough to try and open a container in front of a zombie, then sure, that's your choice. But I mean, yeah, but I mean, I'm not looting shit like that when there's zombies around. I mean, if I'm in the wasteland, I'll keep running until there's no zombies, and at that point, I mean, I make sure that my place is safe. I mean, even with or without, I mean, I still play with friends and whatnot, so I'll have time to get into whatever I'm getting into. But yeah, each to one's own, I suppose. Pretty much. Yes. Well, that's actually what we're playing right now. It is insane, but we don't have craft time or loot time, basically. But still, that gets boring. I mean, the only way, well, they already do that when we do actually have feral hordes. And we are playing modded, so the Fatzos and the Fire Dude and the Cop, they all make more damage, or do more damage to blocks.
You had a look at the storage room yet?
No, I can have a look, I suppose. Just kinda got back from the base after running.
You needed a break on top of the wall?
Yep.
You know, Jagger, it almost sound like you are making a documentary of this game. And it's not.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny.
The only
To
thing
me.
you need is someone that are asking you questions. Oh no, you got that, right. You should have your own documentary, you know.
Oh, I doubt it.
But Kira,
Uh-huh.
what's up with the stone floor?
Stone floor?
Yeah, the stone floor, cobblestone.
This is flagstone.
Yeah, I am playing Minecraft, and in Minecraft it's called.
Well, I mean, Bearded Bob, it does add more complexity to the game. And I usually always build in reinforced concrete. But this time has been necessary. I mean, a Fatso blowing up will basically leave a crater like that. That's one of the blocks that got damaged. And we're using iron spikes right here. You can make several types of spikes. So, most of these areas here have been destroyed. The wall is this thick for a reason. It's been, well, destroyed multiple times over. So, yeah. And it actually got so bad at some point that we had constant hordes, and they would actually start coming through the walls. Because they didn't even beat on them. They basically got wounded on the spikes and then blew it up. So this is now 3 or 4 blocks thick. And when we only had one, they would actually start blowing up the walls, and we would have zombies crawling inside.
Everything is locked.
Oh, for fuck.
Yes. I mean, the only one thing we need in the middle here is some. Oh, what is it called? You know, a wooden construction. You have dead people inside.
What? Right.
What?
That's not disturbing at all.
Oh, we need those down here. Then this will be perfect.
What?
You know, you're burying people, then you're putting inside some stuff. I don't
A
know.
coffin?
Yeah, a coffin.
What
You should-
would you want a coffin down here?
Well, it will look nice in the middle. 2 of them, and maybe some on the side.
Sure will.
Right. I could just place them in the hallway, you know?
No, nah. More.
Inside of the wall.
Nah.
Let's
This
see.
room
And
has.
get some cobweb and some freaky pictures on the wall.
Yeah. You can have a big alien statue, you know.
No, zombies.
Yeah, Bob. They'll easily go through wood walls.
No, they don't.
Who?
I don't know. I just answered.
Just remember our shitty ass base up north. I mean, that shit was rather nasty.
That's not a base. That's a FOB.
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, I have been playing with a thought here.
Oh, nice. I approve.
And I've been playing around, take a mini bike with me and leave this place and go on my own.
Sure.
survive on my own, you know?
Have a nice trip.
He'll be back tomorrow morning.
What? You don't believe I can?
There was zombies out there. Can I come back?
You'll miss this lovely hallway, so...
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Beard of Bob, this mod will make for a great experience. There's still that same problem with AI pathing, or the soundbite pathing, that makes the underground pretty safe. So yeah. It won't actually fix all your issues, but it will resolve some of them. Zombies move a little bit quicker during the day, and the Fatso is a tank. Takes a lot more damage to kill. And he kind of functions in the same way that the cop does in terms of mechanics, that after a certain damage threshold, he'll basically be exploding. And yeah, I've got a little bit of FPS lag in some buildings, I gotta say. But mostly haven't been that bad. And yeah, the Faso is, well, now a force to be reckoned with. If you're playing with hunting rifle or shotguns, then, well, you're probably not going to be successfully killing him with a hunting rifle. He'll actually go raging mode on you before you actually manage to kill him. With a shotgun, you need to fire a couple of shells into him first, and then kind of reload again to be sure that you're able to kill him before he explodes. So, yeah. Right now, we moved a lot of things underground. I don't actually think so, that it helped for lags. Unit 5, that is. Yep. They'll be fine.
By the way, I locked the door behind you guys, so it's now locked.
It's fine. Yeah, a little bit more tactical. Depends on the weapon you get, though. I mean, I've managed to get a poor scoped AR, and it is very nice. I cannot say enough good things about it. Hello. Don't know if we can actually find a Fatso. But basically, this area right here,
What?
this area right here is basically where Fatso blew up, and that's asphalt. So, kind of says something about how strong it is. So I actually haven't tested the theory, but I kind of assume that if you end up standing next to the Fatso as he explodes, that's gonna be very bad. Still no Fatso.
Well, the ironic part that I can't open it again.
What?
I don't get the option to unlock it.
Oh, you moron. You kidding?
No, I don't.
I can unlock it because I'm the /owner of the door.
You're the owner of the door.
Yeah,
You mean
doorkeeper.
I can't unlock it, you're the owner.
Yeah, I own shit.
Okay, come on, owner. Unlock the door.
I don't wanna.
Then I'll break the door down.
Okay,
Oh,
as long as you make a new one, that's fine.
nah, screw that.
What, you actually tested the mod now, Nomad? What's up, dude?
Oh my god. You coming, Jag?
Still kind of feels like this tunnel needs to be higher.
I mean,
Wow, it's like you're walking the gun. The gun is next to you. It looks so stupid.
What? The guy's next to me? Where are we now?
Oh, it's floating away. It doesn't want to be with you anymore.
It's weird.
Kiara, are you drunk?
Yep. Oh, so close.
No, you tried.
Yeah, still get the dog hordes.
What does it? Are you
Ugh.
serious? Oh.
Screw you guys, I'm not dealing with that shit.
Okay. I'm gonna lock this one then.
Sorry,
You'll be
Kiara.
stuck in there. No, I wouldn't do that.
Yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, we still get dog hordes.
I get dog hordes, you don't.
Yeah, that's probably more accurate to put it that way. If you got pretty decent defenses, dog hordes are not a huge deal. They actually haven't done much with the dogs. I do remember they did say something about changing their reach, but that is about it. I mean, they haven't made much changes to it. That just entirely depends on what kind of spawning you have. Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know. I'm being a little bit back and forth on this. I mean, the mod still doesn't solve a lot of issues. If you want to be safe, you still go underground. If you want to have hordes continuously raining down on you, then yeah, above ground.
You really want to get on top of that box, don't you?
Yeah.
Not working.
But I am kind of looking forward to new zombies in Alpha 13, whatever that will be. But what we've seen, well, as of late, we actually haven't seen much hordes. We had a couple of ones before we actually moved the machines and the forges downstairs. I mean, that's our base entrance, and there's also a base entrance there to our minibike garage. But we have machine room and storage areas in that area, so it's a bit further away from our actual base.
Why is it snowing through the hallway?
I don't know. That's some kind of bug.
Yeah, they actually haven't thought it through.
Just
It's
to
a
make it
wandering
even
horde.
creepy, you know?
I mean,
Well, I could remove some of the candles.
no, seriously, we should have something in the corner that scream. I have not cleaned this for a while.
Second.
Nope, did not recover my bike. It is gone forever. Kind of chuffed about that, but yeah. I mean, the fun pimps, they kind of make me happy and sad in equal amounts for every patch. It's like, whoo, all this new shit. Oh, it's fucking broken. Whoo, it works. It doesn't even fucking.
Oh, man.
So yeah.
Play some here too, Karen. Around here someplace.
But
Oh man, there, yes.
yeah, day 6 sword. Yeah, I mean, what does mods? You don't really have to worry that much about.
Jag?
Huh?
I got a question for you. You know in the caves, you know the green stuff that's hanging from the ceilings and stuff? Looks like moss. You know what it's called? Is it just called moss? Maybe?
Moss? I don't know. Maybe.
Oh man, this is awesome.
Hanging moss, yeah.
So yeah, this mod actually gives you traps, but this this mod is also kind of it's a mod for an early access game. It's Still being developed that as well. They recently made some changes where they made brick a viable building material, and they made it about as strong as cement. So you now need bottled water, lumps of clay, and cement. So it allows. Oh, you know what? I want to have a feral horde or a horde because I haven't had one in a while. Hello, could you guys call your best friends over? No? There we are. Don't need you guys anymore then.
Who in hell are he talking to?
He's talking to himself as usual.
Yeah. I mean, this is quite nice.
So now you like it?
Almost. You know what they should have? A zombie inside the wall and had bedrock around it so you can't escape or do anything. And then when you walk past it, you see this face in the wall.
Yeah, we can do that. It's just one problem though.
Yeah, bedrock.
Alright, so
No,
demonstrate the fatso.
That's not a problem.
Alright, so you hear that noise? And he's gonna blow pretty soon. I didn't catch that, but... There we are, and he's rushing. It's gonna be stone. Oh, okay. But yeah, as you can see, he leaves a sizable crater. And it's kind of nasty like that. I did mod the file so that the corpses, they actually stay for another 5 minutes. It does lag the server a tad when you get a lot of them, so that's something to be aware of. Repair. And some of these dudes are moving a little bit quicker than normal. Not massively so. I mean, the fastest are about the same speed. It's mainly when they see you that they really pick up the pace. And entry damage for this this weapon is pretty nice. 251. That's quite heavy-duty rifle. But I've not been able to find this in better quality than this, so this is actually the best I got. Did find a shit one early on, which is still laying around there and had a durability of 23, so it could kill or shoot at maybe a mag or so. So you actually made a base in one of the hub cities. So as you can see, they're actually shuffling a bit now. So they're not moving as quick, but yeah, they're not full on running, but they're moving quicker during the day as soon as they spot you. I think there's another wandering horde coming. But weapon breaks easily, so. But due to the size of the horde and the amount of ammo that we generally expend trying to kill the horde, we generally draw more scouts as well. So by the time that we're done with one, there's probably going to be another one because of scouts. So I guess the game is what do you make it to. I got tired of trying to do maintenance all the time, trying to fix the damn base because they would break it. So I decided to move our main heat map downstairs. And that's been working out pretty well. Basically, almost eliminated all the hordes of sorts, which again kind of bores us. So I'm curious about if we should actually remove it or move the machinery up again. But then again, we'll be in the same situation where we're constantly repairing and out of resources all the time. So it's a big step away from what it used to be in the past, where you kind of built your base and that was it. You didn't actually need to do anything else. I kind of feel like I need a Gatling gun.
Gatling gun?
Yep.
Why?
So many zombies.
Well, you got enough ammo to take them out.
Yeah, for now. I've actually spent about 1,000 rounds.
Oh. Stop missing them.
I'll try. Yeah, I suppose if you actually do want to retain the challenge, then yeah, you kind of have to stay above ground. I did actually plan to build upwards on this one, like remove the farmland that's here and build upwards as a high-rise. Just haven't gotten around to it because we've been too busy dealing with hordes. So yeah. But slowly getting to the point where there's not much left to scavenge. I mean, there's not really a whole lot of reason to go out and scavenge. There's a couple of machines that we need circuit boards for, like advanced miners, 5-mass processor, condenser, fusion cells. So pretty much all the different machines. It is a fair few things that that we need circuit boards for, or like the copper wire, which is a whole lot of things. Well, not with this mod though, from what I've seen of it. What do you mean? What are you doing, Kiara?
What I'm doing? Nothing.
You're doing nothing.
She's making a creepy hallway. And I did not approve it at all, but she keep doing it.
You want me to clean it up?
No.
Ah! The guy is actually walking. He's actually avoiding some of the spikes. Some of these other assholes are not, though. So, yeah. Ah, she is trying to avoid him. That guy's
Yeah.
just not giving a shit.
That was the one I was afraid of.
Yes. Went from there.
But Jager, on the south side, I have a plan to spike on the traps, so
Alright.
it will be a tons of spikes there.
Yeah. I somehow feel that I either, I don't know what, but I want to keep playing this. I mean, I still enjoy going around now and then, but there's not really a need for anything. I mean, early game, you always have a need for something. You have a need for resources, you have a need for food, you have a need for all of these things. Right now, we don't want for nothing. And that's kind of sad, in a sense. Because what we have right now is pretty durable, and it would probably withstand maybe 1 or 2 assaults without us intervening too much. If we let it go for too long, then of course they'll break through. But yeah, I mean we're good on food. We have a fair bit of resources which we scrounged after a fair bit of time, and we do have guns, so. I do question their kind of the fact that you can actually make molds for weapons in the game. I mean, it's not all the weapons that you can make molds for, or all the weapons you can craft, but some of them you can craft in this mod, which kind of, well, I don't really think it's a good change, really. Even though we benefit from it, I mean, it kind of takes away from the fact that you actually have to go out to find good parts. Hunting rifle, one thing that you need to get a hold of is hunting rifle parts, and that's it. The rest you can craft or mold or whatever. Deagle in 44, there's nothing you can actually put together. 38, can't put anything of that together either, and Scoped AR can't take that apart or do anything else about that. Still haven't tried the what's it called, surplus rifle or 50 cal rifle, but none. Well, you can actually surplus. No, you actually need to find the parts for surplus rifle receiver, and yeah, that's it. The rest is hunting rifle parts. So yeah. But I think I'm gonna actually have a break from CSI for a bit. Who knows how long. So I shall see you some other time.